just embodies that easy, casual elegance. It looks as if India has come to your home, designed a gorgeous room for you. It's very transformative, and yet it's not stuffy, it's not complicated. We're gonna talk about this fabulous sheet set here because this is quite different from the sheet set we showed you as our showstopper. This is your Castaway cotton linen sheet set. This is all about texture, so this really feels like, gosh, well, the linen that we love, the breathable fabric we love.
Absolutely, and I think, again, linen sheets are very reminiscent of my upbringing in England, very British heritage side of my life, and I can feel it as we're sitting on them here. And the best thing about linen, of course, is the more you wash it, the softer and better it feels. So I would encourage you to wash it an awful lot because it just begins to feel more and more. The sheets that I stay on when I'm with my mother have been there for 45 years, I would imagine. It's incredible how long they do last.
Holds up, right?
Yes.
Well, you can feel it. You can feel that even though it is soft, it's got that structure. It's got that, what is it? It's got just a nice kind of
It's got a bit more of a
gauge
texture to it.
Yes.
I agree, and it feels like it's got a story to it.
I agree. So let's run through these colors because these are not colors that you just haphazardly picked. Everything has a purpose here with your collection. You're looking at that beautiful denim color on the top. We also have it in the gray. Let's talk about the beautiful white, crisp and clean. The beautiful light pink. That's the sand at Eleuthera. Oh my goodness.
That's exactly right.
And then you have that gorgeous warm taupe. $109 today. We do have 3 flexible payments of $36.65. The shipping and handling there, as you can see, has been reduced. Brand new for you today, but again, that feel to the linen, it's unlike anything. This is why we just love this fabric, especially in the warmer months.
Absolutely. I mean, this works very, very well in the islands. And I think all of these colours, we saw this on the previous set, the colour here, again, absolutely gorgeous. Here, even when we're looking at it with the pink, it works incredibly well there. I love this light grey.
I do too.
Absolutely love that. I think it's incredibly chic.
Very
again,
soothing
it works very well there. The light pink, which we're seeing here on the bed, no one can contest that a light pink's going to work. And funnily enough, we've spoken earlier about, how does your other half feel about climbing into bed when you've made the choices? You, as the woman of the household, have decided what's going on the bed. Is your other half going to feel, ooh, this is a bit off-putting? I don't think they are. I think that they would be able to cope with this. It's not too pretty.
And then look at this beautiful kind of chambray color. So this one we're calling the denim. And then we also have that crisp, clean white. Nothing like white sheets either, huh?
Nothing like white sheets.
I just love falling into my bed, clean, crisp, white bed. There's nothing more soothing.
And when I first came to Atthsn and we were going through the meetings and they would say, what colour sheets? And I'd say, oh, it has to be white. It has to be white. They say, no, you need to bring in some colours, India. There need to be some colours. So, of course, this is my reaction to colour. It's a very, very muted palette. But again, it's very understated. It's very reflective of our island life. And it's telling that story that I'm so keen to get across. For 17 years, I've lived on a tiny island in the middle of nowhere. And it's a very natural, very organic lifestyle. And so everything that I do here at Atthsn has to tell that story. It has to be very real. And as you mentioned, I have a website, I have a small store, and the sheets, I not only design them, I sleep on them, but I also sell them. I really wanted to get that message across. I'm very passionate about the collections we've done here. They are very reflective of my life, and they've absolutely reached the standard that I really wanted to achieve.
And you are going to have these for many years to come. They're only going to get better and better with time. They have a gorgeous texture to them, which we really like. It adds such depth and richness to your home or to your bedding. These are exceptional. The colors are really, really nice and soft and muted. I love what you've said in your previous shows. It really is the reflection of a life well lived. They just look like they've been lived in, like they've been drenched in sunlight, like they've been drying in the breeze.
Like they've got history to them. And again, there are so many chapters to the island life that we've had, but it really is about family. It's about children. It's about it's about too many pets. Don't do what we did. We keep adopting pets. So it's a real family life. And the idea that, you know, we live on the island, we do take care of how we live. So we do air dry our clothes. We let God water the garden, as I've said. We try not to use air conditioning. So the colours that we're seeing here would absolutely be those sun-kissed colours, the colours of when you've had your clothes pinned on a line and that the sun has dried them for you. So you're not going to find any fading. We've already pre-faded for you. This is absolutely reflective of that island sun-dried linen line.
And what's key to me is that I just don't see cotton linen blend. It's not something that you find day in, day out. We see a lot of blends. We see cotton blends. We see 100% cotton. But the cotton linen blend is so very unique. And there are just a certain amount of people out there that have actually felt what this feels like, what it feels to sleep in a sheet like this, and knowing that it's going to last, that it's going to be with you, that it's going to stand the test of time, because it does have that structure to it, that heft to it.
Well, that's the difficulty of selling it in this way, is that it's so hard for you there at home to understand exactly what this feels like, and to get the message across. But you are not going to be disappointed. I really don't think you are. You can feel that there's real quality to this. You need to keep washing it, and it gets softer and softer. You're not going to be disappointed in the colour. What you see is what you're going to get as far as the colour goes. There's not going to be any disappointment when you're washing in the machine, as I said, because we've pre-faded already. And again, these are going to work with whoever is staying in your home. Whether you have the 16-year-old teenagers like I do, slightly painful, whether you have your mother-in-law coming to stay, whether you have an aunt, whether you want to give this as a gift. Again, you know, we're coming up for that season where something like this makes an incredibly special, well-thought-out gift. A linen sheet is quite a special thing, and I think it would make a wonderful gift.
Well, I consider myself an expert shopper. I know our ladies, if they're watching, they're expert shoppers as well. You just don't see the cotton linen blend. So that's what I think is so very special. There are a select few of us that know what this feels like, and really you're jumping on it. I get it. It doesn't feel flimsy. There's a lot of times you get the softest sheet set, and after one wash, it's done. It's pilling, it's a mess. You can tell that these will stand the test of time. They just have a nice gauge to them.
And again, if you take the colours out and move them around, you know, look how beautiful those look even together. When you add in the chocolate, it still looks, it's not chocolate, it's taupe. Forgive me, my father would be turning in his grave that I've used the wrong word. But, you know, they do work on their own, and they also look beautiful together. Again, I don't think it matters what the colour of your bedroom's like. I think these are going to work in so many different locations. Don't feel worried about bringing in a slightly muted colour.
$36 over 3 months, and you're getting sheets that you're really going to enjoy for a lifetime. They really feel that great. They really feel sturdy. The colors are spectacular, so I really particularly like these, because any comforter set that you may have, even if you don't have one of India's beautiful collections, anything you have, they're really going to work with. They're that soft, they're that beautiful. So remember, you have the gray option, you have the taupe, you have that crisp white, the denim color, and then that gorgeous pink, and that's the color of the sand in Eleuthera. I mean, if you've never been, you guys...
We call it pink sand, and it really is the pink sands, and it's very unusual. And
I've never forgotten. It marked my heart and my soul.
I'm so impressive. And do you know why it's pink?
The coral.
Yes, that's it. It's the coral that is been over time grated down to make this incredibly fine pink sand, and that's exactly what that is. And it's very unusual and very unique to where we live.
Yes, I know. It's that perfect powder pink that you're seeing here. So take advantage today. They really are lovely and extraordinary. I like the idea of sheets as a gift, because people don't often think about that, but it's something that we all need and we can all use more of. My husband never understands. I'm always bringing wonderful sheet sets home because you just can't have enough.
No, and also,
makes laundry day easy as well.
We spend a third of our life in bed.
Absolutely.
That's an awful lot of time. So really make your bedroom your island. It's got to be your oasis where you're spending time, where you're absolutely... Today, you know, our lives are so frenetic and so crazy. And I know so many people who say there's never enough time, and the one place that you want to feel relaxed and take advantage of life is in your bed. You've got to make sure that you're sleeping well. It's paramount. So to have something like a linen cotton sheet set that's just going to make you feel like you've taken yourself off to your own oasis is so important.
Absolutely. To get home after a long day and to just fall into a bed that really not only looks good, but feels amazing. Seriously, there's no dollar sign on that. For me, it's just, you know what, sign me up. Because we do work so hard and our days are long and we're so stressed and we're spread out thin. Invest in yourself. These are those tiny luxuries that we all need to have, that we all need to treat ourselves to. So if you're loving this, go for it today. If you've never tried a cotton linen sheet, I invite you to try it today because it really is something very spectacular. It does have a slight structure to it. It does have a nice hand to it. And by the way, if you're loving the set and the details that we have here, we're going to run some numbers on the bottom of the screen for you and some item numbers for you so that you can really add to your collection because it really, you just make our lives easier.
That's right. And again, I think it's quite different. You know, on HSN often you'll be dealing with one thing. It'll be a jewellery collection or it'll be the homemaking cards or it'll be something about kitchen. Here, what we're talking about is an entire lifestyle that really... It's not just the sheets, it's also the cushions, it's also the bird cages, it's the art on the walls. There's so much more to this than just the one thing that we're talking about at the moment. Have a look around, go to the website, explore. I have a whole collection out there that is talking about island life, about a different kind of lifestyle, about escaping to your own place. So please, don't feel we're just talking about sheets. We're talking about the art on the wall. We're talking about the curtains that are hanging up there. We're talking about the sail ship over the fireplace, the mirrors.
It is. It's all available
everything.
for you. It really is. And think about that. Not having to pick up a paintbrush, not having to do all these expensive changes to really create that oasis in your home.